Hello, welcome back. This is a session about empowering you. It's all about finding your own personal power so that you can put it to good use. So let's jump on the mat. We're going to start lying down with the knees bent. Take it steady as you head all the way down to the mat. So notice your spine as you roll down. And you can bring your knees in to begin with if you like and just have a little rock from side to side, a little massage through the lower back. Good, and then just bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Separate the feet mat width apart, let the knees rest together and let your hands just rest on your tummy. As you notice your breathing, let's take an in-breath through the nose and a long sigh out of the mouth. So breathing in through the nose and a long sigh out. So breathing like you love yourself. And this comes in useful when you have those days when you don't feel that you love yourself very much. So this brings you back to that place where you can be grateful for who you are, for what you've got, for everything that you can do. So noticing the breath as it fills you, as it fills the torso, and let it go on the exhale out through the mouth. So a few more breaths just like that. Allowing the exhale to be a little bit longer than the in-breath. And noticing as you breathe in, how the tummy expands. And as you exhale, how the tummy contracts. Good. And if your eyes are closed, just opening your eyes now, moving your head one way and then the other, just checking in with the neck, lowering your shoulders a little bit away from your ears, separating the knees so the knees are about hip width apart, above the ankles, and then just lifting your right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Now rest your left hand on the top of your left hip and use your right hand to hold on to this right leg. Now that might be on the hamstring, it might be on the calf, or if it means that you're not straining, only do this if you're not lifting up off the ground with your shoulder. You can use your peace fingers to just hook onto the big toe on the right foot. But make sure that the head is down on the mat, chin tilting in the direction of your chest. Make sure that the shoulders are flat, pressing down into the mat. So if you need your hand a little bit lower to achieve that, then just lowering the hand. So it's not a big mission to reach the toe or anything like that. Just finding a place that works for you. And taking some breaths here. We switch the breath, so we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose now. Again, long, steady breaths. Extending the exhale. And just improving the circulation in this leg. We're tipping everything upside down here, aren't we? So you can imagine the blood flow trickling in the opposite direction, nourishing the pelvis, the hip. Good. You can ease the leg a little bit closer to you if that's comfortable. But don't overstretch. We've only just started anyway, so just take it really easy. If anything, back off. Good. And then wherever your hand is, help the leg just bend here. So the knee comes more down to the side of the body. And then maybe you can reach to hook onto the big toe if you weren't already. And we're just opening into this half stirrup pose or half happy baby. The sole of the foot faces the ceiling and we're just opening out through the hips, still noticing the breath flowing all the way into the tummy. And then guide the right foot all the way onto the top of the left thigh, flexing through the right foot, moving the right knee away from you, and just reach through that gap that you've created in your legs to ease the legs a little closer, holding on to the left hamstring rather than the left shin, just onto the left hamstring. So all the time, just moving that right knee away from you. And then just have a play as you breathe in, lengthening that left leg. Now, if this doesn't feel good, just come straight back out of it and leave the left foot just on the ground and you can just rest your hands on your tummy. So see what works for you today. See what feels good in your body. Long, deep breaths. Good, and lowering the left foot down now. Hooking onto that right big toe again, or holding onto the sole of the foot. Press down onto the left hip with the left hand, and we're coming back into that half happy baby. And then it's a pumping action as you lengthen as much as you can through that right leg, and then lower it all the way down. So breathing in to lengthen and exhale to lower. Good. And then eventually we just let go of the right foot and bring it all the way down onto the mat. Just move your hands out of the way, somewhere onto the torso, as you move your knees one way and then the other. Just windscreen wipering the knees one way and then the other, just loosening up through the hips. And come to stillness now and focus on the hips and see if you can notice any difference between the one that we've been working on, the right and the left. Maybe not yet, but just tune in to that area and see what's going on for you. Good, and then we breathe in to lengthen the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. The right hand presses down on the right hip, and we use the left hand to hold on to this left leg. So you might hold on in a different place to how you did it on the other side. So see what's working for you. Remember, if you can comfortably hook onto the big toe with the peace fingers, that's an option. You can close your eyes if you want to, pressing down gently on the right hip and just feeling the length in this leg as we take some long, deep breaths. Good, and then guiding the leg all the way into this half stirrup pose. Again, hooking onto the big toe if you can here, if not holding onto the ankle or the trouser leg, but just opening through the hip. The knee is working in the direction of the ground and the sole of the foot faces the ceiling. And then we just guide that left foot all the way onto the top of the right thigh. The knee moves away. See how it feels on this side to bring the legs a little closer, holding onto the right hamstring. The shoulders stay down, chin tucked in. And then lengthen the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. A few breaths in and out through the nose. Good, and then just lowering that right foot all the way down. Holding on to the sole of the foot or hooking onto the big toe, back into that happy baby pose. See how it works for you as to where you need to hold on. And we can lengthen the leg and then bring the knee down. Good. And the next time the leg goes up, leave it there and the other leg comes to join it. Hold on to the yoga mats on the edges, just holding on there. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lower gently the right leg down in the direction of the mat. Breathing in all the way back up. Exhale, lower the left leg all the way down. And breathing in all the way back up. And exhale, the right leg down. Find your pace and your rhythm, using the breath to move. Lubricating through the hips, strengthening the core. One more round. Using the breath to move. Good. The next time the left leg comes back up, pause it there. Reach in the direction of the inner parts of the feet. Bend the knees to take a firm grip, or hold on to the trouser leg or the ankles. Happy baby pose, opening through the knees. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling, and we just gently rock one way and then the other. Just a soothing pose. Noticing how you're feeling right now. Good, and then crossing at the ankles to hold on to the outer edges of the feet. And you can pause here for a few breaths before rolling onto one side and coming up into a seated position. Or another option is to rock forwards and back and lift yourself all the way up. So just see which works best for you. Sitting up nice and tall here. Good. Take a deep breath in, reach high. Exhale to fold forwards, looking ahead, lengthening the spine, and then let the head go. Once you can't reach any further, a gentle rock one way and then the other, and eventually we meet in an all fours position, however you want to get there. Good. Moving through the hips, softening, rounding through the spine, a cat and a cow here, loosening through the lower back, softening through the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the toes curl under, and we meet in our first downward facing dog. Long deep breaths in and out. Good. Feel the length down the backs of the legs. Come up onto your tiptoes as you breathe in, and exhale the heels down. So we breathe in, coming all the way up, and exhale to soften. Breathing in, up we go, and exhale back down. Baby steps take us to the front of the mat. Grounding through the feet, the four corners of the feet really press down. Good. Hold on to the elbows, let your head go. Knees nice and soft. Just enjoy the softness, the lightness of this forward bend. Come back to the breath. If you want to, let your arms go and have a little ragdoll around the legs. And softly, softly, gently breathe in and come up into standing. Rolling the shoulders all the way back and then finding a mountain pose that works for you. Now, you want this mountain pose to be useful when you need it the most, off the mat, wherever you are in everyday life, where you need to feel grounded and more in control. So find a mountain pose that will work for you wherever. So you might have your palms facing forwards with the arms down by the side of the body. Maybe you have your hands resting on your heart. Maybe you have your hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Anything goes. Maybe you're moving the arms around the body, but all the time grounding through the feet. Good. Notice your thoughts. Notice what's going on for you, how you're talking to yourself. Be aware of your breath. And be aware of that power that you have to control all of this. To switch how you feel. To come back to that calm place where you can handle anything. Okay, breathing in, reach high. Exhale, fold forwards, knees soft. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale the palms down, stepping the feet back, lengthening through the spine. High press up position. Knees can come down if it helps you, or lowering the whole body down. Into a low cobra, tucking the elbows in, or sphinx pose with the forearms on the ground. Looking over one shoulder and looking over the other before lifting gently all the way up into an all fours, then all the way back, spreading through the knees, big toes touch, fall between the legs. And here we rest in extended child's pose. Coming back to the breathing. Letting your forehead just rest on the mat. Feeling the openness in the hips. Feeling the expansion of the breathing. And you can stay here as long as you like. Just resting, coming back to you, noticing how you feel. And I hope that you feel better. Have a great day.